If we are going live, and we are live right now.
Yes.
Okay, guys.
Hello, everyone. You can see that the branding has changed. It's like be
Yeah.
live now. Still streaming through Weldero. Hey, um, but yeah, still streaming through Welder. But already working real life, and that's going to be the topic of today's stream. Just sharing an update of what happened this week, what we worked on this week and last week, when it's expected for the VEED Live to launch, and what's next for us. So yeah, let's start with it. Alex, you wanna, because you prepared the structure,
Mm-hmm.
you wanna go and start with the first question, or what's your idea here? I'm sorry I didn't have
No, it's
time to
fine.
prepare stuff.
Well, the first topic was the whole integration, and I wanted to talk about basically the first point is that it's not just about integrating the apps together, but there's like a whole. It's
Ourselves.
basically way more complex than it might seem from the outside. So I wanted to discuss this a bit. Maybe if there's something that surprised you guys while integrating, and yeah, some maybe some cool stuff about this. Like I don't understand it, so maybe explain it like in five.
Yeah, that's nice. That's true. It's true that it's more complex than it seems from outside. It's like there is the technical. What
That's
you have
always
to?
the case.
Yeah, you have to use headphones, Marek. Always.
Yeah, I could actually use my AirPods. Maybe.
Yeah. Just make sure that you select the microphone from the computer, not the AirPods.
I will let you speak, guys, and check if they are, if there's battery.
Professional streamers at his best. um, yeah, it's true. As Marek said, it's always like that. It's more complex from, or it doesn't look so complex when you look from outside, and it's like not just the two apps integrating together, and maybe Predrag and Marek can tell us a bit more about it. But it's also about all the, like, taking the websites and what to do with the websites, what to do with the customers, and then also like the integration part in terms of like us humans now being part of something different and getting used to work in different team and with different team, and but also having different resources and being able to leverage the resources. So it's a lot going on, but it's exciting and challenging. There's a lot to learn, which I like. Yeah, and unexpected, I'm not sure. It's like I didn't have much expectations. Kind of like, it's like I was an open book. Like, I'm ready. Like, let's go.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, like you don't always need to think about everything ahead. So we just went with the integration, and it's going fine. But there are some more difficult things along the way. Yeah, I think one of the it's like you can always you will always lose some of your speed when you are getting integrated into the bigger team and bigger code base, and there are some touch points between the technical parts of the systems.
Yeah.
So but that was expected because like with Johan and Predrag, we have some experience working for a bigger company for some time, so we know like how the challenges look basically.
And also, like I would say, most of it is done. The reskin is ready, so we are almost ready for a launch. So far, so good. But yeah, we did encounter some like technical challenges, but as Mark said, it's expected, and so far, so good.
Yeah, it's cool to be like, in this regard, the welder part, the VEED Live part, is called now welder is now called VEED Live, is already running on a staging in the whole VEED ecosystem, the first version, which is cool. It was done this week by Marek and Predrag, and it's really exciting to see everything together. So yeah, we are the aim is to launch in a few weeks, and I think we are going to launch under feature flag rollout for specific users. so we can make sure that everything runs fine and reliably. And yeah, what's next? What's next after that? That's a big question. I think we have pretty clear picture what's next. We are working on it inside the team, outside the team. Everything is like clicking together to make sure that everyone is on the same page and we know what we are after. Which sometimes it's not easy. Like, we are used to work just inside our team, and it's so easy for us to be on the same page. And as soon as you get into the bigger team, when there are different levels of people with different responsibilities, and now you are not the only one who does everything, it's sometimes it's pretty easy to miscommunicate stuff and expectations, and then it may happen that you work on something that is then not like aligned with what was expected. So that's a challenge, but it's this, I think, interesting for us, and that's a big learning for us right now as well. So
yeah, I'm pretty glad that we have some experience like with working in a bigger team, bigger company, you know, with a lot of funding, because we know what to expect, we know how to navigate much better than we would know without that experience.
it's true.
Can you, Johan, actually make sure we are live, because it's not loading for me for some reason on YouTube?
Yeah, we are live.
Okay, so it's on my side. It's good to know.
Thank God.
Yeah, we are live. It seems to work.
Cool. What about the SEO pages, Johan? Is there something about that which like makes it super hard, or is it just like deciding which one you want to transfer and which one you want to, I guess, delete, or what's happening to the rest?
It's about figuring out what pages are still up to date in terms of product relevancy, because as we ditched the local recording, some of the pages are not relevant right now, but they have some traffic. And also making sure and figuring out what pages are relevant for the product and for the future product. And if they are not relevant, if we can make them relevant by adjusting them for the same keyword, because you know, like, you can take VEED Live and use it for recording video podcasts as well. And as soon as we, for example, add local audio tracks, the use case for it is really strong. So the page can be just adjusted and used again. And so it's about this and figuring out what pages has what ranking and what kind of SEO juice, and how we can join it into the VEED SEO ecosystem. By the way, Predy, if you are smoking, it's a good idea to mute yourself.
Done.
It was so passive aggressive, man. It would be a good idea, Predy, to maybe mute yourself.
Next time I'm going to increase my audio gain, just so everybody can hear it.
ASMR.
And what about the transferring the users then? We talked about this in the past, right? That it's not going to be one-to-one. It's not that easy. But have we decided what are we going to be offering to our current Welder users? Like, are they going to get VEED Live for free, or what's the plan here?
Not yet. I think we will decide it next week or the week after it, so pretty soon. And we will start sending emails. Also, like, as soon as we are, as we will have the final be closer to have the final date of releasing it to users, those like allowing other users pour in, we will start sending the emails about how it's going to work. But in general, it will be a offer, probably a discount or a few months for free to VEED Premium, which includes Welder or VEED Live. So they transfer from Welder to VEED. And also, I think it will be some in-app messages, because we need to, at one point, shut down Welder as a service. So there's some in-app messages that will lead you with the coupon or something into the VEED will be in place.
Makes sense. Okay. Now some of you should say something super smart so I can use it for a TikTok today.
Something super smart.
Yeah, please.
He said it. It's something super smart.
I just said it.
Okay, that's a good TikTok, I guess. I just needed the dominant layout because it works the best for TikToks.
It's like Alex being the director and setting up the stage here, being like, okay, Marek, you will now like read the script, get ready, 3, 2, 1, action, big scene.
Yeah, the last few days I was repurposing into TikTok some very old content that we had. Like, I was really, I'm really glad we are streaming again because I have some new material.
Yeah, this is not going to be the strongest stream, to be honest. I feel like it was at least on my side. I'm pretty tired. It was
It's fine.
challenging.
Next week then. I'm not here next week, by the way.
Next Friday or next whole week?
Friday.
Okay.
So yeah, there's still some stuff under the integration part of the stream. So the current status, Predrag already mentioned that, right? We are on staging. That's nice. Pricing, yeah, that's a good point. So there's not gonna be some separate pricing for VEED Live, right? It's gonna be all under their current plans. So that's convenient for VEED users for sure. And
yeah, that will probably evolve. Like as soon as we launch it and we start figuring out what works, what not work. But I think like on free plan, you will be able to do everything you are able to do right now, which is do everything: stream, record, edit, repurpose, but having the watermark there. And on the basic plan, you will be able to get the watermark, get rid of the watermark. But we'll see. It will be really based on the demand and on everything, like because we are offering quite a lot and VEED has a lot of users, so it might be quite a load on the infrastructure as well. So we will see.
Yeah, so nothing very decided yet. It can all change.
Yes.
All right, and the last point under integration I have here is some must-have features after integrating. So yeah, stuff that we know we are going to be adding no matter what. So probably API connection, right? That's like the most.
I would say like 2 things, like the API connections and universal comments are probably going to be like needed, definitely. And then we have like, I would say, a few quality of life improvements that are almost ready from our team. I think the one would be like adding videos into the background. So this is already done and is going to be shipping. And I would say like everything else is kind of undecided just yet. Like we have a lot of ideas, but I think we will see.
Yeah, makes sense. And API connection, I had a question about that. Is it hard to implement? How long does it take?
It depends. Like we don't have a timeline for that, but it's not the most complex feature, probably. So it should be done pretty soon.
Yeah, we actually had one user on Discord recently asking about this, or no, not directly about API connection, but about like scheduling the YouTube streams, and it felt confusing, right? Because right now the flow is not ideal. So I think it's people requested without them even knowing it, because it's like something that you should have by default. Okay, so there's another point, it's research. I wanted to talk about some interesting B2B use cases, because that's a topic that appeared in our Slack quite a lot lately. And it's not something I'm that familiar with. So maybe if you Johan, want to talk about it, because you had quite a lot of ideas, I think, about B2B use cases for VEED Live. So maybe just something that's on your mind, or something you like about it.
Yeah, I think we are mapping it out, but it's quite interesting. Like the B2C world for streaming is huge. It's like there's so much for streaming right now, and it will be even more into the future. And we see what are the opportunities there that we can capture and the problem that can be solved. But on B2B, it's also really interesting for not for example specifically live streaming, like live streaming an event for B2B. Maybe it's that is one of the use cases as well, but also stuff like team meetings, all hands, sales calls, all of these use cases can be covered with what we are building. Because when you are thinking about like live, you may think only, okay, so it's for people who want to go live, but it's a much more, like it's more of a create. The thing that we want to build will be ready to allow you create amazing videos, and you may do it live because that's a great distribution channel, or maybe you don't want to do it live and you want to pre-record it or create, or do it like just as a call and then use it somehow. So that was the use case, for example, for sales calls. Like it's smart to record your sales calls, have them transcripted, because then you can send it to the other person on the other side and have it ready for them, so they can send it through the team. When we were working in Twisto and we were picking the providers for KYC compliance stuff, like what happened is that I was going on like 5 calls with 5 different providers, and I would be so happy if they sent me kind of a sum up in forms of a video or transcript from the call, because then I would go to the team and be like, okay, so this provider does this. Like, so that's one use case, for example. Another use case is all hands. You have 100 people in your company, and each month you want to do a all hands meeting where you sync what's happening, where the company is going, some important stats. You want to have space for the people in company where to be and to interact and ask questions, join the stage. But also many people will miss these meetings. So you want them to be recorded again and transcripted and, for example, searchable. You want to share them with investors. So there are many possibilities how this can be used. And again, it doesn't have to be boring, right? It doesn't have to be just you in the middle of the screen. It can be funny. It can be in templates. It can be in colors, in some shapes. It can be interactive. So there's a lot in these B2B use cases as well that we want to explore.
Yeah, that's cool. And about B2C, I wanted to just talk about one thing that caught my attention when I was doing the user calls. It's something that was repeated a lot, and it was users saying that they are either afraid to start streaming because they are afraid they are not going to have enough viewers, or they just stopped streaming because they didn't have enough viewers. And I think there could be like all kinds of solutions, and I think you can look at it from like 3 different angles. First angle would be like the obvious one, building features to tackle that, right? So I don't know, let's say multi-streaming is something that can help you having more viewers, and it's a kind of a robust feature. Another angle, and that's the angle we are currently probably using, is repurposing the shit out of your streams. So basically you show up every Friday, you kind of don't care that you don't have as many viewers. I mean, it hurts. But on the surface, it looks like you don't care. And yeah, you still get value out of those streams, right? Because you turn it into another 10 pieces of content. That's basically the whole mantra of Filter Studio. And the third angle is, I think, just tackling it by adding some creative. It's still features, but it's not like robust features. So maybe like a creative tooltip. I don't know. It could be interactive as well. I'm not sure how hard it would be to implement, but imagine the app recognizes you have only like 2 viewers across all platforms, and then gives you an interactive tooltip which links you to a blog post on how to grow your audience or something like this.
Yeah,
or maybe
like
give you
mental health.
yeah, or maybe that was actually Richard's idea. Just instead of a tooltip, just give you kudos or something like.
That's cool.
So
That's cool.
yeah, there could be something like this. Like it could actually remove the barrier, or it could so that's what I was thinking about. And I think if you actually brainstorm something like this, and it doesn't even have to be with the viewers, but something different, you can come up with all kinds of different ideas and new features.
Yeah, it's true. That's yeah, exactly. That's why it's so important to listen to users' feedback. Like,
yeah,
we, for example, know this is an issue. We don't have any viewers right now, but maybe you would not put so much emphasis on it because you are like, okay, maybe it's just us, like, or you don't feel the importance of it. But when you are on like 10 user calls, pretty smoking again, and there is everyone saying to you like, yeah, it's cool, I like it, I enjoy it, but only when there's at least one person watching me, and if there's no one, it's kind of weird to be speaking to no one. And this should be the job of the tool to help you with this as well. Not only your job as well, but yeah, well, all the ideas you had are smart. I like them.
Yeah, I mean, just like helping them improve the end result, because
The purpose.
like nice, you can have a nice overlay, but nobody's going to see it, right? Or highlighted comments are cool, but what if you get no comments? Like, it's a useless feature then. So maybe like helping them in every way possible, improving the end result, and like making them come back and want more out of it. I think that's important as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we all know that the streams are like infinitely better when we have people and there are questions, but you can like still make the most of them, I think, even without viewers. Like, I turned our streams into like, I don't know, 40 videos already, probably. So there's potential for sure.
Yeah, I think like it's like there are so many ways to be content creator, right? Like, we are not content creators per se. We are product builders, entrepreneurs, and we create content as a byproduct. So it's like we don't care so much if we grow a lot or not a lot. We just stick with it. And if you are a content creator, you probably spend a lot of your time figuring out what to do so you grow, and the growth will probably come much sooner than for us, for example. But in the essence, it's important to keep doing it. Be just like oh my god, how are you saying it in English? Like, be man, I forgot the word.
Probably consistent.
Yeah, be consistent, even if there is no one watching. And that's, I think, applies for everyone who is just starting doing the content. Like, be consistent. And what helps you with consistency is purpose, always. Like, if you have the meaning of why are you doing this, and that it makes sense, it always helps you be consistent and keep going. And that's why I believe recording and repurposing is so strong for live streaming, because it gives you the purpose. You feel like that if you do this for 1 hour as we do every Friday and there's no one watching, you are like, yes, but I will turn it into 40 micro contents, and those micro contents on YouTube Shorts and TikTok will get thousands of views, and that makes sense. And maybe in a year, if you are doing a good job with your content, it will pick up, and you will have viewers, and you will have comments and everything, and it will start turning real. But this is what you need to do, and that's I think one of the biggest problems for starting creators, and it's good to help them with it through the tool.
For us, it's also about like we spend basically no energy on promoting these streams, so it's not like heartbreaking for us to not have any viewers, because we kind of expect it. Like, they won't show out of nowhere, right? So yeah, in this case, it's fine for us. I mean, obviously, if you spend every day promoting it and then nobody shows up, it's probably demoralizing. But yeah, for us, it's okay. All right, so that's probably it. Just wanted to as well. Okay, it fits the half an hour that we wanted to do. So we can maybe use the rest of the 5 minutes to talk about, to just let people know that we have new hires.
Yeah, it's true. We have new hires, and it's amazing.
We had 7 people on today's call. 7 people.
Yeah, it's insane, man. It's strong for a product team focusing on our tool, and it's like I can see that in a few weeks the pace we have that was already pretty fast will be even faster, which I'm really happy about. And we have even more people coming, so it's cool. Yeah.
So who did we get?
We get, guys, do you want to speak for a moment? I speak to.
Sure. So I think we can actually invite them to next week's stream, something like that. It would be awesome. But right now we have one senior front-end developer and one senior back-end developer who joined us. And so far, so good. It's actually perfect because we finally get enough like manpower to do stuff properly, and like to work on features that are in deeper way than just with me and Mark, where basically we had to do everything as fast as possible. Right now we still need to be fast, but we just have more people to discuss things, more people to work on various things, So I'm really happy about our current situation. It's going to be even better because like more people will be joining us. But so
Yeah,
far
at
it's great.
least two more developers are going to join. Yeah, but it's not like super perfect from the beginning, because like initially you have to onboard people, and that's taking some energy, but like it's gonna be totally worth it, because we are going to be so much faster. As Predrag said, like all the features are not going to be like the most stripped version, and there's going to be more features. So quality and quantity is gonna increase.
Yeah.
When you guys are when I listen to you, Marek and Predrag talk, you bounce ideas of each other and stuff. When you now have like 2 extra developers, is it like, do you find yourself being way more creative, or like having more ideas if there's more people talking and more like brains in the mix? It's like,
Yeah, actually, it helps. But as I said, like we are now in a stage where the people are still getting onboarded, and to really be useful in some more deep discussion, you need to know the code base, you need to know all the problems, and it doesn't matter how senior or how many years of experience you have, it always takes some time to really onboard deeper in the code base, the product, and the team. So but we have actually hired people who are much more experienced than us, like tens of years of experience basically, and I'm pretty confident it's going to be exactly as you said. Like they are going to be very helpful in the discussions, and also like from a personal point of view, I really enjoy being in contact with such like intelligent people with so many experience, not only when it comes to software development, but in general.
finally, right?
Exactly. Be in touch with me all the time. It's man.
It was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, I was getting
Nice.
sick of talking just with Alex.
Here's my TikTok for today. Finally.
Yeah, it's true. We are trying to build also our team to a really strong team, able to deliver great stuff, because like the stuff we planned for ourselves are really great, and we need great people to deliver it, and it's happening.
Nice. I think that's a good ending.
Yeah, exactly. Good job, Alex, on the structure and going through it. Actually, I think that like you will be doing that from now on, because you are natural talent for moderating live streams.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
The master of Discord and
Good luck next week then.
That's stupid shit, man.
I-
Can you just pre-record your side?
we can do asynchronous stream. next week.
Exactly.
I know Utku or someone else can replace me next week. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Hearing Utku speak about his work, it's really nice. Like, he always goes so deep, and I don't understand anything. Like from the technical point of view, I mean, but it's always so like. I always admire him when he speaks about it.
It's comprehensive.
Yeah, I think he's well suited for the stream. He actually, I
Yeah.
think, wrote it once in Slack that he's like good for camera, but I actually believe it. I think he should replace me next Friday, and hopefully I can come back after.
Maybe.
We will see.
We'll see, man.
Hopefully it's not for good.
All right. I think that's it. Alex, you want to end it? It's yours.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
simple and
Bye-bye.
Okay.
And recording. No, and live.
And live.